So by now you should have completed step 1, which is to set your 3-year goal in terms of how much money you want to earn per month and also how many days per week you want to work to earn that money. So based on your 3-year goal, you should have also worked out your 1-year goal in terms of how much money you want to earn per month and how many days per week you want to work to earn that money. You should have also worked out your why, your big why. Why do you actually want to create that income for you, yourself and your family, and how many days you want to work. Make sure that why and that money is all interlinked, and then we can move on to step 2. In this step 2, we're going to talk about your business model. This should be framed by what you've decided on in step 1, how much money you want to earn and how many days a week you want to earn it. If your current model that you're earning money at the moment is linear, or if your current model that you're planning on building is linear, then you may need to think how your business model should operate. What do I mean by linear? So, if you can only earn more money by working more hours, then your income earning capacity is tied to how many hours you work, which is linear. What you need to do is rethink your model so that the money that you earn from your business is either leveraged or passive. So leveraged income is where you would work 1 hour, but the amount of income that you would earn is not tied to that 1 hour. An example would be, say, Amazon, where you would have products listed on the Amazon platform, and in 1 hour you could be earning say $5,000 an hour based on how many sales would go through the Amazon platform. So in that way you have leveraged income. You still need to work that hour, but instead of getting maybe $25 an hour, you're earning $5,000 an hour. But in this model with leverage, you still need to perform that 1 hour work to earn that money. The other form of income that we mentioned earlier was passive income. Passive income is where you don't necessarily have to be around and that the money still keeps coming in. There are various types of passive income. An example would be interest or dividends on shares, where you don't necessarily have to be anywhere or do anything and the money keeps coming in. So as business owners, we need to build a model that would actually provide us that passive income. That means that we could go away on holidays for maybe 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or maybe even a year, and the business would still generate income and still put money in our pockets. So stop now and reflect on your current business, or if you're planning on a business, how are you currently generating income? Are you swapping time for money? Or have you got a genuine business where you could go away for a year and the money would still come in? So how did you go? Have you got a genuine business, or do you need to rethink your model? So what business models are available to you? There's a book called The Business Model Navigator. It was written by a fellow called Oliver Glassman in 2015. On the cover of the book, it says 55 models that will revolutionise your business. So the book is made of 3 parts. The first part talks about basic business models and how they work. The second part of the book talks about the 55 different models in the marketplace. And the third part of the book gives you tools and methodologies to actually work out what business model will be best for your business. To give you a quick example of a couple of business models that are mentioned in the book, one of them is the razor and blade model, which was made famous by Gillette, I believe. In that model, where you would sell the razor for a quite cheap entry point, a couple of dollars, yet the blades for the razors would cost you $5, $6, $10, which was quite exorbitant just for the blade. So that's one model. So that's fine if you're a product supplier, that you could possibly re-engineer your business to suit that razor and blade model. But what if you're a service provider? That's a good question. One example where I've seen one service provider change from a hourly chargeable linear model to a leverage model was for a chiropractor. This fellow ran a successful chiropractic practice, and through his coach he changed his business model to be one to train chiropractors to create successful chiropractic practices. So he created information products where he put all his tips and tricks on how he built his business. That way he could sell them online, or he could sell them as he did via a seminar method where he sold multiple packages at the one seminar. So this example shows that even if you are a service provider, there are models that will allow you to change from a linear model where you're swapping time for money to one where you can create passive and leveraged income. So take some time now and reflect on your answers to question 1, which was how much money you want to earn per month and how many days you want to take to earn that money, and see if your current business model will allow you to achieve that. If not, then you need to rethink your business model. Grab the book, The Business Model Navigator, and go through the exercises in that, or speak to a friend or an associate in your current industry that is actually doing what you want to do and creating passive and leveraged income. I can't express how important it is for you to get the business model right. Now, if you create or change your current business model, it may make it so much easier for you to achieve your goals you set out in item 1. The next question on item 2 is, what do you do? This question came from a story shared with me by a friend of mine. The story was that his father had worked for I believe it was an engineering company, for 40 years doing the same job. And after 40 years he was able to retire, and 2 years later he passed away. But my friend did say that his father hated the job, that he would dread going to work every morning and doing the same thing every day. So my question to you is, just because you're doing your current profession or you're running your current business doesn't mean that you need to still do that. Is there a different business or a different idea, or is there something else you'd rather do with your life to make the money that you need to earn? Ask yourself this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love doing the work you're currently doing? 1 being you hate what you're doing, and 10 being you jump out of bed and just can't wait to get to the office. At the end of the day, the choice is yours, but take time now to reflect and see if there needs to be a change. So by now you would have decided what you're going to do and also decided what business model you're going to adopt. The next question in item 2 is, what makes your business so special? If you had 2 painters in the same location, what would make you choose one painter from the other? Would the differentiator be price? Would it be how fast they complete the job? Would it be the quality of the job that they provide? Or what about the after-sales service? Or could it be their friendly staff or their price guarantee? Here is one way you can find out why your business is so special. Ask your clients. Ring up your top 10 clients and ask them, what makes you keep coming back to use our service? They'll tell you, and use that on all your marketing. Another way is to identify the performance gap. The performance gap is something that is typically bad about your industry. So for painters, it could be that they never arrive on time, or they overcharge, or they always leave the site messy and leave paint all over the place. You can use those same complaints to make your business stand out. You could say, we always arrive 15 minutes early. We only use fixed pricing, and lastly, that we leave the sites cleaner than we started. So take time now to work out why your business is so special. Now that you've done that, let's move on to item 3, target market.